Hi everyone, I welcome you all to the next episode of Acharya Talks. Hope you're experiencing and learning English wonderfully. All I have told you is this: we just need to know how to use the verb forms wonderfully. And we have 6 verb forms, and we started working on that strategy. So if I take a verb give, this is a root form of the verb. And it is used with different experiences of senses. I told you different verbs that come in sense: can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, need, used, ought, dare, must. And some extra expressions, okay, able to, unable to, supposed to, likely to, want to, have to, has to, had to. So that is how we learned how to use this root verb, friends. Then I said that in the present it has 2 verbs, plural, singular. So we create the plural as it is, and singular is created by adding yes, opposite to that of nouns. And we are using these 2 verbs to talk about repeated actions. She gives milk every day to her children. Malli malli istundi. They give money to their children. Allu malli malli istaru. To talk about a repeated action, we use these 2 things, friends. Then we started discussing about the past tense verb, that is gave, which talks about a finished action. అయిపోయిన పని గురించి ఎలా మాట్లాడాలో నేర్చుకున్నాం, ఓకే. హీ గేవ్ మిల్క్, ఇచ్చాడు. వి గేవ్ ఐడియాస్, మేము ఐడియాస్ ఇచ్చాము. But to talk about future, we don't have a verb, and I told you that we need to create it with the help of will plus root verb, that is give. And that is used to talk about a future action, an action that happens in the future. I will give milk, that is I'll give after some time, friends. You know about these 3 expressions. Then we started working with the present participle expression. Present participle is we created by adding ing to the root form of the verb. So that is giving. And this is used to talk about actions that are going on. So we too have 3 actions in this. An action that is going on at the time of communication. We speak about this with the help of am, is, are plus ing. We use am for I, is for singular subjects, are for plural subjects. For the actions that were happening in the past and which are not going on now, we use was, were plus ing. Was is used for singular subjects and were is used for plural subject. He was giving milk. They were giving money. So actions that were going on in the past, they are not happening now. You need to remember this. And we created a future expression with the help of will be plus ing, an action that will be happening in the future. So they will be giving milk after 6 o'clock. Tarvata istu untaru. I hope you understand this. These are the 6 expressions what we have learned. But there is yet another thing, okay, what we have to work out with present participle. Let me put it before you today. Basically, whenever we are talking about am, is, are plus ing, that is about an action that is going on at the time of communication, we just have a small limitation. We can't add time for this, because every time we use an expression with am, is, are plus ing, it indicates that action is going on right now. If I say my mother is cooking, automatically you understand that my mother is standing in the kitchen and right now she is cooking. If I say Virat Kohli is playing cricket, that is understood in your mind that okay, Virat Kohli is right now holding a bat and he is playing cricket. If I say Venu is teaching, it is understood in your mind that Venu is right now teaching. But if you have to add time for these 3 expressions, suppose I want to say that my mother has been doing this action for almost 20 years. 20 ఏళ్ల నుంచి కుక్ చేస్తూ ఉంది అని చెప్పాల్సి వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. If I use the same expression, my mother is cooking for 20 years. If I say like this, the problem is, as soon as I say my mother is cooking, you understand that she is cooking right now. And if I add for 20 years for it, it comes to an expression saying that ఇప్పుడు కుక్ చేస్తూ ఉంది 20 ఏళ్ల నుంచి. This does not get correlation, my friends. When I say Virat Kohli is playing cricket for 20 years, how you understand this is Virat Kohli is playing. As soon as this is heard in your mind, okay, you automatically understand or imagine that Virat Kohli is right now holding a bat and playing it. But when I add Virat Kohli is playing for 20 years, it comes up with a version that he is playing now for 20 years. It's not correlated. So when I say Venu is teaching English for 20 years, automatically that is understood in your mind that the action is going on now. Venu is teaching right now standing in the class. But for 20 years does not get connected. So here we popped up with a problem. That is, whenever we wanted to add time for this continuous action, it was not feasible for us. Because Amiza plus ing automatically makes us understand that the action is going on right now. So connecting time to it is not a right correlation. That is the reason why we came up with another tense, friends. Every time we have to indicate a time and express a continuous action, we use this one. Here, to indicate the present action, we use have, has plus been, and we'll be using ing here. And to indicate time, we'll go with for and since. Let me help you out, okay? So let's look into the subjects. We use I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. And I told you, you is always a plural verb, and I is also a plural verb except with be forms. Try to understand this, friends. And as I cannot represent all the nouns here, I've just taken Venu for a singular noun representation, and I've taken friends for a plural noun representation. Okay, here also we are talking about a continuous action, that is we are using ing. Let's say giving. So to indicate the present time, I'm using has been and have been. As has been is a singular version, we use it for singular subjects, and have been is a plural verb, we use it for plural subjects. I told you agreement of the verb with the subject is grammar. We need to agreement it with singular verb, singular subject, and plural verb, plural subject. And to indicate time, I'm using for and since, my friends. For, we are using it for finished actions. It starts with if, and finished action also starts with if, so you can easily remember it. And since for starting point of time. So this also starts with yes and yes. Try to understand this. Try to get a clarity about this. For is used for finished actions. For example, మనం ఒక 2 నెలల నుంచి ఆచార్య టాక్స్ ఎపిసోడ్స్ మీద వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో 2 నెలలు అనేది గడిచిన కాలం అండి, ఫినిష్డ్ టైం. సో దీన్ని ఫర్తో ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాం. కానీ మనం 2 నెలల నుంచి అంటే లెటస్ సే December 1st నుంచి దీని మీద వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాము అని చెప్పాల్సి వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. December 1st అనేది ఏంటి, స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ అవుతుంది. జగన్ 2 years నుంచి రూల్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాడు. 2 years అనేది ఏంటి, గడిచిన కాలం. కానీ జగన్ 2019 మార్చ్ నుంచి రూల్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాడు అన్నాను అనుకోండి. 2019 మార్చ్ అనేది స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం అండి. ఆ అమ్మాయి 2 ఏళ్ల నుంచి గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ చదువుతూ ఉంది. సో 2 ఏళ్ల నుంచి అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ఫినిష్డ్ టైం, 2 ఏళ్ళు గడిచింది. సో వీఆర్ సేయింగ్ ఇట్ విత్ ఫర్. కానీ 2019 నుంచి గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ చదువుతూ ఉంది అన్నాను అనుకోండి, దట్ ఈస్ starting point of time. Hope you understood, friends. And this is how we use the tense, okay, when time is indicated. So let me take the same examples. My mother is cooking. This clearly indicates that right now she is standing in the kitchen and cooking. But if I have to say మా మదర్ 20 ఏళ్ల నుంచి వంట చేస్తూ ఉంది అని చెప్పాల్సి వస్తే, then we use the structure my mother has been cooking for 20 years. But if you have to say my mother is cooking since 2000, the year 2000, then I'll say my mother has been cooking since the year 2000. Hope you are understanding, friends. Okay, if I have to say Virat Kohli is playing cricket, then it indicates that he is playing right now. But Virat Kohli is playing cricket for 15 years. So here it means that Virat Kohli started playing cricket 15 years back and he is playing and he is going to play further also. And if I have to say Virat Kohli is playing cricket since 2005, that is from 2005, the year 2005, then we say Virat Kohli has been playing cricket since 2005. That is starting point of time. Hope you understood how to use for and since now. Okay, you can use as many examples as you can now. See, children have been going to school for 15 days. 15 days నుంచి పిల్లలు స్కూల్కి వెళ్తూ ఉన్నారు. Try to understand this. Time use చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి when we say children are going to school, it indicates an action that is going on in the present. ఇప్పుడు వెళ్తూ ఉన్నారు అని. కానీ children are going to school for 15 days అని చెప్పలేం. ఎందుకంటే children are going అంటేనే ఏమర్థమైపోతుంది, ఇప్పుడు వెళ్తూ ఉన్నారు అని. So that is the reason why we created this expression which says children have been going to school for 15 days. Venu has been teaching English for 20 years. So Venu is teaching English అనేది మీకు ఏం అర్థమయ్యేలాగా చేస్తుంది, రైట్ నౌ క్లాస్లో నిలబడుకొని టీచ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాడు. బట్ 20 years నుంచి టీచ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాడు అని చెప్పాల్సి వస్తే we use Venu has been teaching for 20 years. My friends have been working in leading companies for 15 years. My friends have been working in leading companies for 15 years. 15 ఏళ్ల నుంచి పెద్ద పెద్ద కంపెనీస్లో పనిచేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. An action which has started in the past, it's going on and we are mentioning time. So let me crux it, friends. Actually, am is a plus ing, whenever you use it, it's understood that the action is going on at the time of communication. But if at all, if you have to talk about an action which has started at a particular time before and we want to say that that is continuing even now, then we can't go for it. We use have been, has been plus ing, using for and since for time mentioning. For finished time, since for starting point of time. Hope you understood this concept clearly. Learn it, master it, experience speaking English greatly. And thank you so much for following up with Acharya Talks. And if you have not shared it to your friends, please share it and do subscribe the channel and make it useful for as many people as you can, friends. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being a part of this program.